Hey guys, Pixel here, and in this video I want to talk about how we live in a 3D matrix simulation that kind of feels like hell right now. And I want to go over some key points, and the first one being how people think this is normal. Like, what I want to understand is why people think reality is normal, or like this is how reality should operate. Just think about it, okay? Basically from the time you're born, you're told to go to school, okay? You literally start school at 4 years old, and then you go to school for what, like 18 years if you decide to go to college, and then you get a degree, okay? You get a job, but getting a degree doesn't mean you're guaranteed that job. And even if you do by some miracle get that degree and get that job, is that even gonna matter? Because right now people are working 3 to 4 jobs, some people, and they can't even afford rent, they can't afford groceries, they can't afford car insurance, like everything, bills. It's just incredibly sad. It's like, what was the point of going to school and getting that degree to get a job if we can't even afford basic necessities? And this is where I want to get a little philosophical, because think about it. Do you see any other animal on this planet paying for their food and water? No, you don't. And, I get in conversations with this about people I know in real life, like my friends and family, and they always tell me that's normal. And it's just incredibly sad how brainwashed people are. And I hate to use that term, but is it not the truth? I mean, we are born on this planet against our will, and we're told that we have to work and survive to get basic necessities such as food and water. I honestly find that extremely mind-blowing, and I can't believe people think this is normal. And I get it. We've been conditioned since we were like 3 years old, basically since we were out of the womb, to think this is normal. I get it. Some people are able to see through the programming, some people are not. I'm one of the lucky ones who saw through it. I quit my job recently because it was just getting very chaotic, and I've only had 2 jobs in my life, and I enjoyed one of them, but I've also noticed some flaws within the system that just need to improve. The whole system just needs to improve. It's so bad. Because think about it. Why should I have to pay for water when water should be free? I mean, think about it. It's like, well, you need to reward people with money for the goods, the service they do for you. But my question is this: why should they have to give me water when I can get the water on the earth myself? Same with food. Why should someone have to distribute that to me and make it a business, and sell it in a grocery store when I can literally grow my own garden and get vegetables and fruit myself? And there's a reason you don't see female trees on the road. It's because they don't want people coming together and building like-minded communities, to live and be a good human being, And I always say, like, if we came together in like-minded communities, we grew our own gardens, we helped each other out. Because think about it, humans were never supposed to be isolated. We are supposed to be living in communities where we all get along, we're all nice to each other. And I hate that in our world, kindness is seen as a weakness, and people will exploit your kindness and use it against you. And it's such a messed up system, and I hate that I understand why some people do it. I'm not excusing it, I'm not forgiving it, but I understand why people do it. It's because this system literally supports violence and hate. The system supports being manipulative to get what you want. And they treat kindness as a flaw or a weakness. And that is just incredibly heartbreaking. Our world was never supposed to be like this. This is why I say we live in like a hell type of simulation 3D matrix. We literally are in a simulation, and this is a hell simulation. If this was really beautiful, our world would not be functioning the way it is right now. It is not normal. I don't care what anyone tells you. It is not normal for there to be this much violence daily, for them to be showing this on the news, promoting fear and grief daily. That is not normal, and anyone who tells you otherwise is wrong, in my opinion. I'm not trying to say I'm right, but come on, guys. And I also want to talk about how no one questions anything anymore, and this is really sad. Like, I feel like no one thinks critically, and the average Joe, like, you just tell them, like, hey, I think water should be free and food should be free and we should be living our best lives, and they'll just look at you like you grew 4 heads. And it's because no one questions anything anymore. I think that's why people look at you like you're crazy. And again, it's just incredibly sad that life had to be this way. Another thing I want to talk about, this is a little debatable and it's very philosophical, but I want to ask, why does no one question existence or why we're here? I want to take it further than just jobs and money and rent. Because think about it, money, jobs, and rent are only a thing because of existence. And I want to know why more people don't question existence. Okay, well, I do know. It's because the system literally creates so much stress and grief, it causes you to stop asking these questions. Okay, I just answered my own question, but I wish more people could not be stressed. And I'm not saying like this is easier said than done, but I wish more people would like go within and meditate and just look up at the sky and be like, why are we here? What is the point of life? What is existence? What are we doing? Because if you think about it, we only have to work because we need survival needs. And then it makes you think, why do we need to eat and drink? And it's like, well, obviously because we're biological beings, but then it's like, why are we biological beings? Why do we need to eat and drink to survive? And we only need to do that to work. And it makes you think, why do we need to, like why are we biological beings in the first place? Like, what is existence? What created everything? What started everything? And I go into some other theories on my TikTok and my YouTube, but I want to make this video more for people who are waking up and questioning things. I don't want to get too out there. This video is for people who feel lost or questioning things, don't really understand. I don't really want to go into my advanced theories yet because I want those who are questioning or a little conflicted about what to believe to really listen to this video and to really, really connect to what I'm saying. Please, just I'm not even saying believe me, I'm just saying think, question. I'm not even saying, yeah, don't believe me, just question. Never believe anything I say. Do your own research, trust your own intuition, question everything you thought you knew about life and reality and money and jobs, and just really think about it. I really encourage you, please. You know, society dims our lights. And it's like, who's at fault here? Is it the people's fault? Or is it the system's fault? I think it's the system's fault. Because when you think about it, it's like, why is there so much crime? Why is there so much negative energy? Why is there just so much negative emotions? It's because the system promotes it. The system literally, I hate to say this, but it feels like the system encourages crime. And it's just messed up. I hate it when people look at you like you're crazy when you mention things like quantum physics and on the fundamental level, well, we're all energetic beings, which I know that's a bold claim. And if you're still waking up, that this is going to sound crazy. So this is why I'm not getting out there with my theories yet in this video. And I'm telling you to start questioning things. I want to say this. Believe the impossible because reality is impossible. And I really want that to sink in. I really want you to question and think about that. Believe the impossible because reality is impossible. You know, and it's just really sad that no one cares about existence. It's sad that no one questions anything. You know, it's sad that the system encourages this. Like, don't think critically, don't ask why we're here, just pay them bills, right? and go home and do your job as a good member of society. It's just so heartbreaking, and I know I keep saying this, and I feel like I'm repeating a lot of the same stuff I've been saying, but I just, it's just so bad, man. It will get better. It has to. It's just a matter of time, not if. It's when. You know, and it's just like people think this is real. And yeah, to some extent it is real. But if you really study quantum physics and you're very into philosophy and everything, on the fundamental level, everything is energy. I mean, think about it. Everything is made up of atoms, but what are atoms made up of? Energy. Yeah, we literally live in a simulation. And it's a hell simulation. But that's the thing. Because it's a simulation, and we're the game characters, we can change the code of the hell simulation to a heaven simulation. Everyone says, oh, we can only have heaven after we pass away. No. We can make heaven here while we're alive and make the best of it. That is what life is supposed to be. It's not about looking for kindness outside of yourself. It's not looking for a savior outside of yourself. It's realizing you are your own savior. If we all can come together and build a like-minded community and create the code of the simulation for heaven on earth versus the hell on earth within our simulation right now. And I know it feels hopeless right now. I know it's scary. I know a lot of bad things are happening. But it will get better. We need good duality, not corrupt duality. We need light and dark to come together and unite. And I know it sounds corny, but it couldn't be more, like, it's just so true. We need the dark for the light to shine, and the dark needs the light to understand itself. And you know, I also want to talk about this. It's like, what do you mean you just have to work 60 plus years of your life? Like, what do you mean you basically start work? They encourage you to start working at 16 years old. 16 years old is a child, basically. That is so young to start working. And then it's like, you get 2 weeks off once a year. You know how crazy that is? You'd be lucky to even get a week. There's no point in working when no one can afford things anymore and when no one will respect your time and worth and you showing up. This is not okay, guys. This needs to change. This is not okay. You know, some people in my comments will laugh at me in my TikTok and they'll be like, oh wow, why should we take advice from someone who's not employed? Ha ha ha, so funny. And this is what I want to say. Why does it matter? Why do we base people's worth off of whether they're employed or not? That's the thing. Everyone's always like, oh, what you doing for a living? Oh, what you doing after high school? It's so frustrating. It's like, I want to know if you're a good person. I don't care if you're a janitor and you're the most happy, kind person. But if you're like someone, if you're a billionaire or a millionaire and you're very successful and you're a mean, nasty, rotten person, then I don't want to talk to you and I don't care. I'd rather talk to the janitor who's happy and kind to others versus a spoiled rich person. I'm sorry I had to say it like this, but this is truly what I believe. I do believe in work. I'm not here to be lazy. I'm not here to do nothing. That's why I'm making YouTube videos. That's why I'm sharing my knowledge. This is why I want to connect with people. You know, and people think, oh, you're lazy, you're unemployed, you're worthless, you're not going to succeed in life. What is success? It's whatever your definition of success is, that's what success is, you know? And you know, yeah, I'm 24, and I know I look young, I get that a lot, but I'm 24. I just turned 24 like a week and a half ago, and I still live with my parents. And I'm not ashamed to admit that. I'm not embarrassed to admit that. And I don't care if anyone thinks it's embarrassing because I know it's not. And that's enough for me. I have stopped caring what people think. Because with the way our economy is, there are 30-year-olds living at home. I mean, why should I be embarrassed by a system that set this up for me to begin with? It was never my fault. If you're 30, 27, even if you're 40, I don't care how old you are. If you're still living at home, I understand. I see you. I don't blame you. I truly get it. It was never your fault. It was the system's fault. Anyone who feels like they're a failure, worthless, anyone who has ever been homeless or is homeless, I want you to know I see you. I'm not judging you. I understand. The system failed you and this needs to stop. The system was never about doing what's right or caring for you. It failed you, and I feel you so deeply. Also, anyone who's feeling anxious, sad, depressed, lonely, I want you to know to keep going. I am here, and I know I'm just a person through a screen and I don't know you in real life, but I see you, I feel you, and anyone who's going through any tragedy or anything horrific and doesn't know what to do with their life or is feeling like at their lowest point, I just want you to know I'm here and I feel you. And I'm literally just tearing up because I understand how hard it is. I've literally been there before, and it just completely breaks my heart that our world has turned to this. And yeah, I don't want to start crying, but I'm just very empathetic. So okay, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up here because I feel like I've said everything I need to say. Again, this is a different video from my normal content. This video is about people who are questioning the system or conflicted to really start looking more into things. And this is also an encouragement video for hope and creating heaven on earth. Because like I said, anyone who's feeling down or who's ever been homeless or is homeless or living in their parents' basement, I want you to know this is not the end of your story. This is only the beginning, and things will get better, and it was never your fault. It was never your fault. And anyone who has told you it was is wrong, and don't listen to them. Okay? All right. Thank you. Take care. Things will get better. I promise. All right, see you in the next video, guys. Love yourself and others, okay? Okay, bye.